What happens if you have a permanent disability? And can you go back to work? And the short answer is it depends. Oftentimes, people have functional limitations, and they have to provide those functional limitations to their employer to determine whether or not they can perform their essential job duties. If they can't, and the employer can't find permanent modified work, then technically the employer can let the employee go. Other times, people have permanent disability, but they may or may not have work restrictions. And because they don't have the work restrictions, then they can actually go back to work. Oftentimes at Pacific Workers, we have clients and they end up having permanent partial disability, but they also have the ability to go back to work either in a part-time or modified capacity, or they resume their full duties. And so don't necessarily think that having a permanent partial disability means that you can't go back to your job. And if your employer is telling you that you can't go back to work just because you have a disability, that may be a form of disability discrimination. And I would highly recommend you consult with a lawyer, or if you have a pending case at the Work Comp Appeals Board and you don't have a lawyer, talk to Information and Assistance. Either way, know you have rights, and it's not as simple as it may seem, and you should actually do your due diligence and check things out on Google or talk to professionals if you have any questions. So in addition to the work restriction component, there's also the pay. Oftentimes when people have permanent partial disability, it means they get a monetary award with their case. And the question is, can I receive my benefits at the same time I'm collecting a paycheck? And so permanent disability is a lot different than temporary disability. Temporary disability is designed as a wage replacement. It's designed to compensate you while you're off of work and you can't earn an income. Permanent disability is designed to compensate you for the functional limitations you have, meaning that you can actually work at the same time that you're collecting permanent partial disability. In fact, if you're in a position where your case is still pending, which means that you haven't signed a settlement or a judge hasn't issued an award, the insurance carrier is actually obligated to start advancing you permanent disability benefits, but only if you're off of work. If you're working at a new job, earning at least 100% of your pre-injury earnings at your old job, or you're back at your old job earning at least 85% of your pre-injury earnings, then the insurance carrier does not have to advance benefits. However, once the case settles and you get your award, either as a settlement or it's ordered by the court, the insurance company will have to start paying the permanent disability benefits, and those aren't an offset to your income that you would earn on a paycheck.